Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of season 2 of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. We missed you guys so much. Woo. This is a weekly podcast, and we will be uploading the video version of this to our YouTube channel, so be sure to check us out there. My name is Matt, and as always, I am being joined by my sister, Vetta.
Hello.
Hi. And on this episode, we are going to be talking about the movie Wine Country. Real quick, Vetta, what did you do on our break from our podcast? Did you have some fun?
I bought a new house.
Look at you, money spender, big spender.
No,
Was it as good? What is it?
Myself in debt.
Right on. I hear you there. Was it as nice as this house in this movie?
No.
Of course there wasn't, because this house was, picture perfect.
Right.
So
what did you do?
Oh, just, lived my life, which is so perfect. Anyways, I got drunk a lot. That's what I do.
I really wish we should start a new podcast called Writing to Work with Matthew.
It would just be a lot of swearing.
I love it. There's nothing better than Matt being in a full conversation and mid-sentence all of a sudden going, "You fucking, are you gonna turn or what?"
That is so true. That I do swear a lot. My wife always says, they can't hear you. And I'm all like, it makes me feel better. Okay. Leave me alone.
Do you ever go, I wish I had a megaphone planted on the top of my car,
dude,
so
for
they
sure,
could hear
for
me.
Sure. All right, Betta. So what are you drinking tonight? The most important question.
So I am drinking a Monaco. Someday I'm hoping if they will hear this and they'll just send me a pallet of these because they're delicious.
Right on. Hey, we always need sponsors.
Right?
Yeah. We're small, but we can make it happen, you guys. We'll sales will go through the roof.
We will plug the shit out of your merch.
And we won't, and I'm pretty sure it would cost you guys nothing to send us each a case of Monaco, and we will plug the shit out of that shit.
Right.
Yeah, we'll work for alcohol. We're like
I want that sign. There's a shirt right there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm having wine.
Ooh, go always. Figure. Who knew?
I know, right? This is my kind of movie. I'm getting hints of grape. Well, of course.
No, canned peaches?
Canned peaches? No, but you said no answer was wrong.
You said there was no wrong answer.
Well, what do you say? That's ridiculous. I can't remember what he said. But
my favorite's when they walk away and he's like, "Can we get your social security number for our newsletter?"
Yeah. All right. So would you you told me about this movie. I was sorry. I've been drinking.
Drop a little sleepy pill, a little Ambien
for
in
sure. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna yawn a lot. I've been drinking, and it's late for me. It's like, it's not even past 10, and I'm tired. But no, you told me about this movie, and Christmas, was just a little while ago, and me and my wife were wrapping gifts, and she put it on just as background noise, and I was just like, oh hey, I think that it told me about this, so I kind of like paid attention a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go back and redo this movie, and we'll rewatch this movie. We'll have to do this movie for our podcast. So
my whole thing with this movie is you can't take it too serious. You have to go into it just like,
oh, you mean I can't take edible soap serious?
It's only 70% edible.
Or 4-day papaya.
Right.
Yeah. So when he's like, the papaya is not done, I was like, isn't that a fruit?
Papaya.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. But I was just like, I was like, I don't care how long it takes. I'm not eating it. It's in that big ass bowl outside.
And the amount of seafood he must have put in that.
Yeah, I don't even know. Is that a thing, or did they just make that up for this movie?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I think that I was super confused by it because I always thought the dish they were talking about had like goat in it, but he was using seafood. So I think I might be wrong.
Yeah, I should have looked that up before this, because now I'm all like, what? So, okay. So real quick, I just want to say, I have some things before we get to our likes and dislikes list. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure that I would be friends with any of these women. because they were all kind of a little annoying. Like and by a
Commercial.
little I mean like a lot. Like
gosh, I think, yeah, I don't know if I would have been friends with any of them.
yeah, can I real quick offer you some feedback? If you could just, be more open-minded to other people, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm not going to be friends with a therapist because I feel like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I should be daily basis, so I'm not going to friend one. I don't want to be analyzed every 2 seconds. The mom that's like, oh, you should try a 1000. It's where you've got 4 kids in your bed and lay. Guess what, bitch? I'm living that life, so I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to be friends with you.
For sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, and the person that the working person, that's all I made. She's got her own franchise.
Yeah, she's got the pizza place.
The pizzas for one and shit. I'm like, girl, you couldn't have foot the bill to take your friends on vacay.
Yeah,
These
which
are
I just
your lifelong friends.
Yeah, I just want to say I love those frozen pizzas for one. I mean, if I prep a full pizza, I'm gonna eat a full pizza. Okay. So I'm just saying.
You're saving a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, you're saving a lot of lives.
She says a lot of sadness. You're saving a lot of people from a lot of sadness.
For sure. And also the B&B that they stayed at was really awesome. I mentioned
it's not a B&B, it's a VRBO.
Whatever. Okay.
An Airbnb. It's a house rental place.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, fucker. Whatever it is, you hooker face. So sorry, I said B&B and not an Airbnb or an RBO.
Right, well,
why don't you FUCK off? How about that? And I'm not at my list yet because now I'm annoyed with you. Listen, just remember whatever gets said here is probably what the person always felt. And the alcohol is just letting that out. Okay.
Right, the things we say now.
Yes, that's just the things we say now. So,
all right. So what's on your like list to start with?
Oh, well, hold on. I want to say one more thing.
Oh my God.
I want to say 2 more things.
Fucking funnel.
Okay. First off, fuck Brian. Okay.
Fuck Brian.
Fucking Brian. Anyway.
Fucking Brian.
Okay. And then real quick, I want to do something with you real quick. I thought this would be fun, so I ran down. Hold on. I need a little sippy sip first.
Oh, well, if you're taking a sippy sip.
Yeah, take a sippy sip. That's what this is all about. So I ran down to my local Barnes and Noble and I picked up a little tarot card kit. For those of you who can't see it, if you watch our video version, you can see it. And I thought I'd do a little tarot card reading for you. Now you're not here, so you can't pick the card. So I'm just going to give the cards a little shuffle and everything. There we go. Doing a little shuffly shuffle.
To cut the cards.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, I read the instructions beforehand. Okay. Calm it down, killer. Okay. So you're
involved.
Okay. So here's your card. Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Okay. So you've got the card of judgment, which I feel is very adequate for you.
For sure.
And the meaning of this card is referred to as a time of resurrection and awakening, a time when a period of our life comes to an absolute end, making way for dynamic new beginnings. But since yours is upside down, I feel that it's trying to say, don't be judgmental to your little brother, bitch. Anyways, so moving on.
I feel that's a very accurate card. What's my next one say?
I think that it says move on to your likes and dislikes list. All right. Hey, that was a very timed joke. I had to go into a whole bunch of boxes to find that fucking tarot card deck. All right. What was the first thing on your like list?
I just want to know, do people still do, before I even get to my likes, do people still do huge conference calls like that with you and 5 of your best friends on a huge conference call?
I mean, I don't, but I mean, maybe, those ladies are a lot older than us. They're like 50.
Oh my God. So much older than us.
Hey.
Okay. I was just
Hey,
wondering.
I'm 29, so I'm still young.
Younger generation doing the FaceTime and the video chat. And
Right.
they're all,
yeah, they could have zoomed on their phone, so I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So my first is Tammy, Tina Fey's character.
Oh my God.
When
Okay,
she
go
shows up
ahead.
at the house and they're like, it's the ghost of Amelia Earhart after they take the picture.
All right. Okay, that's my number one thing on my dislike list. I hated that woman. She was annoying. She was driving a wedge between her friends, that career woman and her friends.
Was she though?
She was, because every time that she got that woman aside, she'd give her bad advice. And she made her eat soap.
Like, no, I'm not even talking about the soap. I'm just literally talking about when she arrives at the house and she's giving them the tour.
Even now. Well, okay.
Like, she's cool. Like, don't turn this off because I'm not sure why. I put a shit ton of money in it, but if you turn it off, the whole house, the toilets stop flushing. I'm like,
that's so crazy. The first thing on my list is the wine. I was like, yay, this is my jam.
How much did you like when the one lady goes, what's this called? And she goes, white wine. She goes, fucking love this shit.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I was going to write that down as a joke because I was going to have white wine, but I already finished that bottle. So, what's the next thing on your list?
Maryvagmas.
Maryvagmas. That's so funny. I thought that was a little cringe because she did that in a restaurant in front of people.
It was very cringy that it was in public, but you can't tell me. That was hysterical that she literally found vibrators for her friends' personalities.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe if somebody, I don't know. I'm not a woman. So if somebody pulled out a sex toy at a restaurant for me, I'd be all like, what the fuck is your problem, weirdo?
Okay, again, take away the restaurant part. If she'd have done it back at the house, would you have felt it was
no? Okay, Vetta, okay, listen, you're a woman and I'm a man, so it's completely different. If we were at a private setting and a male friend pulled out a pocket pussy or a fleshlight or any type of sex toy, I would be immediately creeped out. Okay. Even if he had researched and got a toy that he thought was perfect for me, I'd be like, I am so weirded out right now. I don't know how to express how much I don't like you.
I just thought it was hysterical that they were that close of friends that she was perfectly fine buying them all. And where the hell do you find a vibrator that plays that vibrates to the happy birthday song?
Listen, at this day and age, that doesn't surprise me. You can find a sex toy for anything. No joke. All
right. Well, what's next on your list?
Amy Poehler's tits. Like the second time watching, because the first time I didn't notice because I wasn't paying that close attention, but the second time me and my wife were watching and she's like, are those her boobs? I was like, those are her boobs. I was like, this is awesome. I don't think those are really Amy Poehler's boobs, but
I'm pretty sure she has a stand-in for
or she just wore something over and everything. Yeah. But I still was all like, nice, daddy likes. What about you?
I liked the next morning scene where Devin comes with the house and then they're trying to figure out the coffee pot. I loved that. I loved how Rebecca turns to Naomi and goes, did you take a shower? Did you just get out of the shower? She's like, what?
Yeah, right. Or when she goes, where is the hot water provider or whatever? She's like, you mean the kettle. And I was all like, that.
She's like, hilarious. Thank you. But I love when they're just standing there going, I'm going to push the on button. No, I can do it. And they're just continuing to stand there and stare at it.
Right. Which I don't know about you, but I would have just pulled out YouTube and just been like, how to use it.
I would have just been, Devin, you come with the fucking house. Make
right.
Coffee.
Yeah. No more Pipea. Nobody's interested in that bullshit.
Worry about your Squirtle. It's not. No, it's not. I was going to say Squirtle, but it's not a Pokemon. Whatever the damn fish was. He was trying to deal with that in a minute.
The next thing on my list was the soundtrack. I loved every song in this movie.
That's what I have. The bus ride music, and then I put music overall. Spot on. I love.
Yeah, but I did write down later on in my thing, I was like, does every Maya Rudolph movie have to have a Wilson Phillips song in it. Like, I'm just like, Maya, like, get it together, honey. Like, it doesn't need.
She's a fan.
Yeah, so am I. But if I ever made a movie, I'd be like, we're not putting Wilson Phillips in here.
Maybe she gets a kickback.
Maybe. Who knows? You never know. Who knows? Was there anything else on your like list?
No, I have stuff on my dislike.
Ooh, let's go to the dislikes list because I have things on my dislike list. What's the first thing on your dislike list?
Lady Sunshine.
Ooh, Lady Sunshine. Why? I mean, she was a bitch, but
yeah, I just feel like when you have someone come in as a fortune teller or tarot card reader, whatever she was, they're not so doom and gloom. She was the worst.
I love that she was doom and gloom. Like, I love how she's all like, I couldn't find this place or whatever. And I'm all like, that's great.
She is pissed off and put out before she even steps foot in that house.
And then I like how she entered her bag. She's like, put this somewhere where I can see
like
it.
She doesn't trust any of them.
And then she's like, oh shit, are you guys a singing group? I like Lady Sunshine or whatever the fuck her name is.
I did not, because I just went, that's the type of person I would get if I hired a fortune teller, tarot card reader. That's the person I would end up with. Like, I'd get someone on the line that was part of the California Psychic Friends Network. I'd be super excited, and then that bitch would show up on my doorstep.
Right. So I already talked about Tina Fey's character. I didn't like her. She annoyed me. Every time she showed up, I was like, God, can you just die already? Not Tina Fey, but the character. It's so annoying. But the second thing I wrote down was the Molly. I was really annoyed that nobody did the Molly. If somebody offered me Molly at that age, I'd be like, let's do it. Let's just do it now.
Like, she explains to him how it's all with the TED Talk, and they're just supposed to take a quarter of it. Like, they're not even taking the whole thing. And but I liked about that, and it's on my favorites, and I totally forgot, was how they listed off all of how's it going to interact with my fluoxetine, my blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. They all, me, every time they said so, I was like, just do it. I was like, if somebody's like, I have Molly, I'd be like, shares these, give to daddy.
You're like, you're only giving me a quarter of it.
Well, and they started listing off all those other drugs. And I was like, shares these. You're
like, okay, can we play poker for drugs right now?
Yeah. Even if they said Lunesta, I'd be like, give me one. Just give it to me. I'll pop it in. I don't fucking care. What do I have to lose?
If I wake up in the morning with tits, it's just something for me to play with.
Exactly. And I have life insurance. It's fine. I think my family will be fine for a couple years.
Yeah. So that part got me. I don't know why, but yes.
Yeah. I wrote down for my next thing, Amy Poehler's sleep mask. What a freaky mask. That thing freaked me the fuck out. Oh my God. Well, that shit scared the shit out of me. I was like,
and the fact that Devin still sleeps with her.
Oh my goodness. Well, like, I love that scene because she's like, do you maybe want to have sex? And then she just sat there for like a good 5 minutes just thinking about it. And I was like, sweetie, just
where he starts picking at his
teeth.
Do
you want the dick or not? Because you just need to either jump on it or tell him to move along because you're taking way too long to think about it. But her mask was freaking me out. What happens with you have sleep apnea? What's that?
He's looking so enduring. In the morning when they wake up, he's looking at her all romantically.
Oh, I would have
wearing a fucking CPAP.
I'd have been out by then. I would be like, your mask is scary.
The minute she'd have put that on her face, I'd been like, so I have a bed on the other side of the house. So see you in the morning.
I don't like masks.
Papaya will be ready by then.
Yeah, I don't like my mask. Whatever. Sorry. I don't like masks anyways. They creep me out. What's sleep apnea? What is that?
It's where you forget to breathe while you're sleeping.
Okay, well, she should have just died then because I'd have been like, no mask for you because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. What about you? What's the next thing?
The next thing on mine is when Maya Rudolph they're at the all natural organic wine farm and she lays on the piano to sing and she falls off.
Right.
It's funny, but I went, why is there a barn with people listening to a piano at a winery? What is this?
Right. And she's, how long have they been here? Well, the whole time, psycho. You didn't see him when you walked over.
And I did like the lady at the thing who was trying to get them to answer questions.
I did not like her.
I didn't mean I liked her. I like the situation where they were and trying to answer the question.
Oh, I'll just
put off that they couldn't.
And right, for sure. Which I wrote that down on my dislikes, but I don't want to mention it just yet. But I can right now if you want to.
No,
Um,
no.
well, I put on there, I don't like what she called well, they were sentiments at the bottom of the
Wine diamonds.
wine diamonds, as she put it, but it's also tartrates. I was all like, I don't like tartrate. I've had that in my wine before. And as a wine drinker, I don't like tartrates at the bottom of my fucking
The
bottle.
whole time she was talking, I was like, do you mean dirt?
Yeah. Whatever it is at the bottom of my bottle, unless it's a worm in tequila, I don't want it in there. I don't want anything else in my bottle. So fuck your wine diamonds, you stupid whore. And I'll walk on that vineyard all I want.
Love that part when Maya Rudolph is like, you don't know where my shoes have been.
Right. Yeah. You don't know me. Or she's like,
I don't know my shoes.
They're like, oh, sorry about that. Sorry. And everything. And she's like, just follow me. And they like barely moved an inch. But I was just like, and then I love how she drank it. She's like, she's all like,
like, this is shit.
It is. And I'm just like, nobody wants, I don't care what's in it as long as it tastes delicious and it gets me drunk. So I'm pretty sure what I'm drinking now is not organic. I'll tell you that. So what's something else on your dislike list?
The drone scene where she's all outstanding on the pavilion and has the complete and utter midlife crisis meltdown. I was like, this is unnecessary. And they're all wearing matching shirts. Right.
Or she's all like, there's people dying in the world and there's inequality. Right. And I'm complaining because I lost my job. Bitch, I'd be complaining if I lost my livelihood too. Fuck
I do love why she lost her job. Like,
why did she lose her job?
Because she was getting on Snapchat and she was trying to send a inappropriate picture, but she sent it to everyone in the office.
Oh, gotcha. I must have missed that. I must have missed that part. She got fired because of that.
The one time I'm on Snapchat. They sent it to the whole office.
Oh, they fired her because of that? And
I'm pretty sure that's a huge HR issue.
I mean, I guess so, but I mean, like, I don't know. The last thing I have on my dislike list is the floss stands. I don't know how you feel. This is not dancing. This is a bunch of Gen Zers creating the dumbest dance possible. You're just moving your arms back and forth. It's so stupid. And people need to stop doing this and acting like it's dancing because it's not.
She's like, oh, I need to do this more. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, it's not even like, it's not good. Nobody likes it. I don't like it. You don't like it. Stop pretending like we like it. Just stop doing it. Let's just make it go away.
So what did you think of the art show?
Oh, Vetta. I take it back. That's not the last thing because I also put down Abby's art show.
I was like, how did he? Because I have the art show in like bold letters, exclamation, like 5 exclamation points. And I was like, he didn't touch on the art show. Am I wrong?
No, you are 100% right because I now that you mentioned that, I have an arrow pointing to the dislike list and it just has big letters Abby's art show. That art show was bullshit.
It was Jade's art show, not Abby's.
Jade. Fuck Jade and her stupid art show. Like, I'm sorry, Fran Drescher, I like her, but a whole art show devoted to Fran.
But that art show as a whole, like, take away the Fran Drescher part and go to the rest of the art show, like it's the shoe boxes and the coffee cups,
or the camera that the girl got all close to, and I'm all like, what the fuck?
Or am I art, or what is it? Am I art, or do I make art, or whatever it said? And they're like, I'll tell you, no and fuck no.
It was such nonsense. And then I love how they're all asking her questions and she's all like acting like a pretentious piece of shit. And she's all like all they're all acting pseudo intellectual. Like, I feel a little bit like, attacked right now and scared. That's what I wanted you to feel. No, it isn't, you stupid bitch.
I haven't watched I didn't watch The Nanny, but I would still like to partake in the conversation, and you should.
Yeah, so stupid. I fucking hated that, and I would not have bought any of that art. It was bullshit. It was bad. I would have just told her straight up.
I love too when they're like, did you pay like $50 for it? And she paid $600 at discount. She paid $600 at discount for that. And she was like, something like that.
Yeah, I would not have bought. I would have told that
Because she was trying to get laid
yeah,
by the younger girl.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
it's still too much.
Yeah, it's still too much. First off, don't simp for that bitch, because she was, as soon as she found out that she was not interested, I'd been like, I'm not buying your shitty art. I'm not buying it. I don't care.
Yeah, but she's like the people pleaser, nice person and everything.
Yeah, I'm a people pleaser, but I'm not gonna jerk you off just because you make art. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just, it was just insane. And $600 for a picture of the nanny of Fran Drescher. I could print that shit off for you. You could pay me $600. I could get that on a canvas.
Fran Drescher on a stick.
Like, oh yeah. Yeah. I tell you right now, you can literally go online and get a huge ass picture of Fran Drescher for your wall for $30. I'm not even joking. So
it's the big fat head place or whatever.
Exactly. So that art show was bullshit. Fuck that shit.
And I love the one chick that was like, so have you thought about doing other 80s sitcoms, like maybe Alf? And she's like, I feel like time's up on Alf.
And time is not up on Alf. They're actually doing a reboot. So fuck you, lady. You don't know shit about. Don't talk about my TV shows, you whore. Like,
conceived at the time, so shut your face.
Yeah, exactly. These Gen Zers trying to co-opt our shows. You don't act like you know.
No.
Yeah. And Alf had a cartoon too, so don't sit like you act like you know what's doing, honeybee. You don't know what's doing. I did write down after all my dislike lists. I did write down this is such a sad bunch of women. like, okay, so this is
my whole thing. I wrote on the dislike is that I wrote that they met during college in Chicago at a pizza place. Okay, and they're all still friends, and one's 50, so they're all in their late 40s. Going into their 50s, and they're all still really good friends. I have one friend from high school that I put effort into staying in contact with.
Right on. I don't have any friends, so you're one of.
Are we weird? Or I don't have any college friends that I keep in contact with.
Yeah, listen, I feel like after I had children, I definitely don't. Like, I'm friends with them on Instagram. Does that count?
Maybe that's my problem. I don't do much social media. Like, I don't do the Instagram and the Facebook. So maybe that's my problem. Maybe I would be friends with all those people if I tried, but yeah. I don't know. I find it very strange that they were all, met 20 plus years before, because they worked at the same pizza place. Do you think this is a better question? They were all in college, but they never said they went to the same college. They all worked together at a pizza place. Do you stay in contact with any of the coworkers from your early 20s?
No, I mean, it depends. Like, I'm friends with, like I said, I'm friends with them on Facebook and Instagram. But I mean,
like, these people get together and go places on vacation. Do you even go out for coffee? Like, that's like a bare minimum in a friendship.
No, I do not have friends. So
because you have kids, right?
Because I have kids and I just don't have time. Like, if I I don't have friends, which sucks, but it's true. So true.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm hoping in my new house I can entertain more, but I'm kind of like, I get to socialize on Saturday nights with my brother when we do our podcast.
Yeah, that's my like, yeah, I just don't have friends. I wish I did, but I don't. It sucks.
Do you feel like you're missing out?
I mean, right now, no, because I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, who's got time? I mean, I've got, you know what it's like. I got kids and then I got work, and that's my life. So, hey, I just want you to know, though, I will always catch your guitar. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that right now.
I appreciate it.
So, do you have anything else on your dislike list?
No, I'm good. I've said all I can say.
Okay, well, I just want to say, like, this movie did teach me one thing. Once you look into the eyes of a raccoon, you see truth. Okay, you see the truth. Okay,
things we say now.
Yeah, the things we say now. You're getting it. Do you get good blood?
They explain it to Tammy, and they're like, "That's what she said." I'm like, "No, that's not the same."
It's not the same.
The things we say now is not the same.
And that's it's not that right. You're right. And I love how she says it at the end. I'm all like, I don't think she used it correctly there either. But
did you not love when she says, I'm gonna go tend to my bees? And they're like, oh, you make your own honey. And she's like, no.
No, yeah. Which I'm all
why
like,
do you have them?
Yeah. I'm all like, to get what's going on here? Anyway, I didn't like her character. Fuck that character. And I love how they connected all over rolling down a fucking hill. Like that's how you are
over the fake snake bite.
Yeah. And I'm all like, I'm just, which by the way, I could tell that was a gardener snake. That wasn't even a real snake.
Remember, he thinks it was a twig.
Yeah, but I'm just like, even if it was a snake, I could tell that wasn't a poisonous snake. That was, and where were they in California? Does California?
They're in Napa Valley.
Yeah. Do they even have snakes in Napa Valley?
I don't know. I've never been to wine country.
Yeah, me neither. I almost went there for my honeymoon, but we opted.
Oh, that's like your Disneyland.
Oh, that would be my Disneyland. I found my Mecca here in Grand Rapids. Like, no joke. There is a store. They have over 600 types of wine, brands of wine. I was like, I found my Mecca. This is my Mecca.
I will take you over the summer. You guys need to come to the cabin with us. And there's a winery called, I think it's called like Fawn Creek, like 3 miles away.
Let's do it. I'm down.
I'll take you because you'll love seeing me do a wine tasting. It's a lot of me sipping and going, well, I can't spit it out. That's wasting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I like the wine with the grit of a hummus, but that's been thinned out.
This is the winery that introduced me to slushy wine.
Oh God, what? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Okay. What is going on here?
I'm gonna get you some and send it to you. It's this like KoolAid powder is what it reminds me of. Okay. You take and add a bottle of wine and some water and you freeze it and it makes slushy wine.
I am offended right now. This is not a wine place. This is a 7-Eleven. I think you went to a 7-Eleven.
Wisconsin?
I think you went to a 7-Eleven. They just added alcohol to their slushy machine. I think
I would like that. Very much.
That sounds actually really good. We should start one of those. We'll call it 712. Welcome to 712.
One of those big 66-ounce slushy and then just pour half a bottle of vodka in it.
Right. Well, everything is alcohol.
Bad thing. I'm ooh, where's the nearest 7-Eleven? I should try this.
Okay, so I also just want to say last thing that this movie wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. Like I thought I'd laugh a lot more.
It's moments.
I didn't laugh at all. Excuse me. I didn't laugh at all in this movie. Like I kind of grinned a little bit and I was happy to see Amy Poehler's tits, but other than that, I just didn't laugh. Like I was just like, I was like, good for you guys.
I thought it had its moments. Maybe because I'm older, I can relate closer to them than you. I don't know.
I mean, maybe you are like really old. So
I am so old.
You're so fucking old. Okay. So now that we're done with that, why don't we go ahead and move on to our questions? And so what was your question?
So my question is, because a lot of the women on this show were all on Saturday Night Live. So my question is, what movie with at least 2 or more Saturday Night Live cast members is your favorite?
Okay, so I'm going to be all like very generic on this one. Because I do like this movie, but I just put Bridesmaids. I like what?
Yeah, that's mine too.
Okay. Yeah, I love that movie. And I know like it's very like as soon as you asked this question, I was all this movie popped into my head like right away. And I was like, and I looked up other movies, but I was like, no, I really like this movie. It's super fun.
I knew I picked this movie too for the same reasons. It was the first one that popped in my head, but I knew you were gonna pick it because I remember being dressed up, being a bridesmaid in your wedding and in my dress, and we had to stand outside the banquet hall and you posed all of us like the cover of the Bridesmaids movie poster.
We did. That's something.
And I got to be the wife that was married. That was my favorite character in that movie.
Oh God. Yeah,
like when you were like this is who I want you to be. I was like, oh, I got this.
Right on. Yeah. So yeah, no, I picked Bridesmaids. It's just because that movie, even though it's funny and it's I think it still holds up. I love that movie. So
Yep.
so all right, cool. Well, my question for you is also very generic, but what is your favorite wine movie?
So I picked one because I did not, it was the very first movie I ever seen that was this wine was the center of attention. And it's going to show how small, like I lived in a bubble. Like I didn't know Napa Valley and this whole place of nothing but wine and snooty people who spit wine into a bucket. Because in my mind, still alcohol. Why would you spit it in a bucket?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
I don't get that. So I put Sideways.
Shut up. I put Sideways.
Plus, it has the chick in it that's in like everything, and she hasn't aged a day.
Sandra Oh.
Yes.
I love her.
I love her so much. But I'm pretty sure we could see a picture of her at 16 and she'd look the same fucking.
Yeah, I agree. Right. I agree. Yeah, no, I love Sandra Oh. I love that movie. I love when she smashes him in the face with that bike helmet because you're getting married. And I'm all like, oh, you fucked up. And then he's like, how did she know I was getting married? And Paul Giamatti's all like, I don't know. Maybe you mentioned something. And I was like, that's so good. And then I love when he's like fucking that fat waitress. And then the husband walks in. It's so good. That guy was also aggressively horny, like for some reason.
Blame the wine.
I went to my bachelor party, but I wasn't all like, hey, let's see who I can fuck on this thing. I was like,
I feel like you and me, and I hope our spouses, we went on our bachelorette parties and we weren't there to see how we could get laid because we knew we had that in the pocket for the rest of our lives. We didn't need to worry about that.
I just wanted to get drunk and have a lot of fun. I mean, granted, there were strippers involved, but that's just fun, good old fashioned fun, you know?
That's just a good old time.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're helping them get through college.
Exactly.
There
was a nursing student.
I'm helping them pay their child support. That's
exactly. Hey, I'm a supporter of single moms. Okay.
Right. Single dads.
All right, Vetta. Is there anything else you want to say about this movie before we head in?
It's a good movie if you're looking for something just to have in the background while you're doing other things. You know, it's got some good one-liners. Like I said, the things we say now is not that's what she said, but it's still a funny line.
Right. Yeah. It's not like I said, I didn't think it was as funny as I thought it would be, but it wasn't a bad movie. It just wasn't it wasn't an Oscar winner, you know?
No, but it's a good go-to if you need something to watch that you don't want to have to be super focused on.
Right. I feel you. All right. Well, I just have one more thing that I want to say before we leave you guys. And that is, I fucked Devin, but
Devin.
Yeah, but I'm fine. I'm Fran fine. All right, you guys.
Please say now.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. Make sure to follow us on Twitter. We are at BS Drunk Pod. And that is there so you can stay updated on everything. We'll also be posting this video version of this to our YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to us there. We are at BS Drunk Movie Reviews. And don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye, you guys.
Bye.